All right, we're back. Episode 21. Be kind of a quickie today. Just kind of going over the last 4 days or so that are kind of initial reactions to stuff that's happened the first 4 days throughout the season. It's going to be a short one because we're actually going to the Red Sox Pirates game tomorrow. We're going to do a little vlog type thing, probably like a little 10-minute, 15-minute video, kind of similar to a winter weekend.
I'd like to start out this episode by saying I have had a nonstop erection since Thursday at about 1:05.
Well, you should see a doctor.
Yeah, you might want to get checked out. That's worse than Viagra.
Did you read the label?
Yeah. Who needs Viagra when
That's
it's
just lasted
baseball
longer
season?
than 4 hours. You've been popping for...
24, 48, 96. Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah, you might want to go get checked out a little bit there, guy.
Don't care.
Don't care. It's baseball
care.
season, baby.
It's true. No, but I've watched every single game the last 4 days.
Yeah, I've consumed more baseball in the last 4 days than I probably did the last 2 months of last season.
Yeah. I honestly haven't watched this much Red Sox in a week that I've watched in the last 4 days. I've watched every inning of these first three games.
I wasn't watching, I was listening. I had to drive home during one of
Yeah.
them.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to start maybe giving kind of reactions on the Red Sox?
Yeah, it's
Pitching.
It's been
a ride.
Wild week.
It's been exciting baseball to watch, I'll say that.
It's certainly been a fucking ride.
Let up 10 plus 8 is 18, plus 5 is 2. So we've let up 23 runs in 3 games, which...
We scored 27.
Which,
I read it,
that's what I was about to say.
Positive.
If you just tell somebody that you let up 23 runs in a 3-game series, you're going to be like, they went 0-3. They didn't win a game.
But if you also say to somebody, you put up 9 runs 3 games in a row, you're probably thinking you're 3-0.
Yeah.
So, one of the last teams to score 9 runs in their first 3 games?
I think there's only 3 teams ever, right? Isn't the Reds that won the World
in
Series
76,
75 or whatever, and then the Brewers in 82?
Yep.
Did I really get that?
It was the Brewers. I forget what year it was exactly. I know the Reds was 76 though.
Josh Jung just went yard for the Rangers. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not overly concerned yet. I think that first game with Corey Kluber, kind of some early season kind of rust.
I think same thing with Sale, to be honest. I think he that made a good point. The dude hasn't had a regular start to a season in 3 years. And when he was locating and spotting pitches, they looked good. But then a lot of his pitches that he was it really was his fastball. He was bleeding fastballs that were just, he was losing them over the heart of the plate. When he was missing, he wasn't missing off the plate. He was missing down the heart. Which,
you don't want to miss
when a pitcher's pitching well, when he misses, it's off the plate.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
it is what
not
it
really
is.
worried. And if we can...
I think Houck dealt today until that 5th inning he pitched. I still think that it made 2 bad pitches.
Yeah. And they were both
got 2 outs in the 5th.
They were both with
gave
his
up 3
cutter,
runs,
which he's admitted he's working on still. So it's not a pitch he's used to
his
throwing.
slider looked
it was
gross.
disgusting.
His slider was blowing people out those first 4 innings. It was absurd.
If we can make it through this first however many games until we get the guys like Bayo back and Paxton and those guys, if we can be whatever, depending on how many games, 3 out of every 4, something like that, and even that's a little unrealistic. But if we can just be in a decent spot when they come back,
500 ball.
Even
if we play 500 ball through April, I'm happy with that.
I think we'll be better than that. Especially looking like we open up a series against Pittsburgh, right? Let's say realistically we win 2
out of 3.
We should win that series.
We win 2 out of 3. Then we play.
Could win 3.
Then we play Detroit.
Sweet.
Should be 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
And then you got 4 against Tampa Bay.
You should split that.
Maybe.
Yeah, you should split that.
Can we circle back to Detroit for a second? I was reading some ESPN articles that were saying that Detroit's going to surprise some people, this, that, the other thing. They didn't add shit.
They are.
They didn't add anything. If anything, they got worse.
Hey, Spencer Torkelson's going to save that franchise.
Your ace is K-Rod, who'd still be a 4.
K-Rod?
K-Rod. E-Rod.
What is this, 2004?
Yeah, Francisco Rodriguez.
Hey, I'm just saying, if you guys want to take a trip to Detroit, we can get tickets to the Red Sox Detroit game for $8.75.
Hey, listen, I wouldn't be opposed to like if they play in Toronto and we find some cheap ticks or something, taking a little weekend
I love
trip.
Toronto.
Wouldn't hate it.
When I went,
Never been,
wouldn't
and I
hate
want to
it.
go so
it's
bad.
awesome.
I wouldn't. We should look. Maybe get some. Even if it's a weekend, we could probably swing 2
Do
games.
they play in Toronto in the summer? I'm gonna look.
They have to. It's divisional.
At
so.
Toronto, June 30th, July 1st, July 2nd.
What is that? A weekend?
Probably if it's a 3-game.
June 30th. Is that what you said? It is. It's
Yeah.
Friday. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You want? We should maybe get that. A little
Let me
gander.
check my baseball schedule. See if I can swing it.
Yeah, we should give that a little gander. Even if we just drive there Friday morning and come back Sunday morning or something. Because what is it? A 6-hour drive?
No,
7-hour drive?
it's 10. It's a
Oh, really?
6-hour drive to
Still.
Niagara.
I have a tournament that weekend.
Oh.
Well,
Short
Back to
lived.
the drawing board.
damn it.
Okay. Anyways,
They play the Mets this year in New York. That would be an easy one.
They're at the end of the season, I think.
Don't want to go to Yankee Stadium, but if they play
They're
at City
at
Field, I'd
the
be down for that.
Yankees. September, I'm back in school at that point.
and September
Where are
is
the
probably
Mets?
going to be out for me.
Mets got to be on here. No, they play the Mets at
Yeah,
Fenway.
that's true.
I still might go see that game.
July 22nd and 23rd.
What, Mets
Yeah.
at Fenway, Kim?
I think I'm in Philly for that one.
Maybe see Verlander or Kodai. So yeah, but honestly, I'm pretty high on the Red Sox right now. I think as long as their pitching settles down, if their offense plays like this, if they can have a starter go out and maybe give up 1 or 2 runs through 5-6 innings, they're going to be in a good spot day in and day out.
Can we?
Because their offense is high powered, 1 through 9. Adam Duvall looks like the Adam Duvall of 2021.
Dude's
He
going to
really
love
could have been a
Fenway.
hero if he didn't strike out to end that first game.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, if he was a hero in the first game and what he did yesterday and today, they wouldn't be able to keep his jersey stocked in the freaking team
You're going to
store.
see everyone wearing Duval jerseys by midsummer.
Duval.
Yep.
Yoshi, I know you texted that you were underwhelmed with Yoshi. Honestly,
He had a couple better swing. He had that ball where he stayed on a curveball and put it the other way into the gap. That was a great swing.
We're over here like we're underwhelmed with Yoshi. Dude's still hitting 308.
Yeah.
He just hasn't hit any balls hard other than that. I mean, he hit the ball hard where he almost killed Mountcastle at first on opening day. And then he just hit that ball in the gap today. So he's hit some balls hard. He's been getting blown up by fastballs up and in big time. He's not handling inside the heat well. But again,
that would be an adjustment.
Still settling in.
He'll adjust to that.
And he's not used to playing in the cold or outside
or traveling or any of this shit. So
any of that stuff. So he'll come around. I'm not worried about it. Kike has 2 hits this season, both dongs. Actually, no, he had a third one. He had that blooper. Yeah. He had that bloop single today to score Yoshida.
Verdugo, who I love him at the leadoff spot.
I mean, Kike's hitting 333.
Yeah, I think he's 3 for 9.
He definitely has more than 9 at bats.
Nah, I think he had official at bats.
Say if he's walked
like
a couple
2 or 3
times.
times. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. 3 for 9, 2 home runs, 3 ribbies,
2 homers and a single.
Walk.
Yeah.
But I mean,
and Duval tearing the cover off
breaking
the ball,
breaking the lineup down, just like through all of our stuff. So Ref Snyder doesn't really count because this was his first game.
Go with the opening day. Go with opening. Do you have the opening day lineup or no?
I do not. But
I think Ref Snyder still had a hit today, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Let me see if Thursday was opening day. Right?
Tristan Cassis came off the bench today and had an absolute just frozen rope. Did Trey Turner just go yard?
Did he?
No, flew out to the wall.
That doesn't check it, but just looking at the lineup today because I don't have the opening day lineup in front of us. Like Ref Snyder hit 250, Raffy's hitting 467, Justin Turner 417, Yoshida 308, Duval 571, Doogie 357. The only starters who are really like underperforming right now are Christian Arroyo, who hit 111. He's hitting 111, and Cassis, who's hitting 167. 1 for 9.
Yeah. Well, Cassis also got his first hit today off the bench and hit the ball 109 miles an hour the other way.
I can tell you how hard it
pulled
was.
It was a curveball right.
It was 109. Yeah.
Pulled it. Yeah. And then Devers also hit a curveball up the middle, 110. Just absolutely
Sam, you might know this
smoked it.
because you might be looking at it right now. Who hit the furthest ball of the day today?
Adam
Sure
Frazier.
did. Sure did.
He played really well this series actually, and I'm playing against him in fantasy, and it's not making me happy.
Yeah, it's
Can we switch to the Orioles?
How about we want to circle back to Ryan McKenna?
Thank you.
If I was Ryan McKenna, like, you guys can vouch for this, I wouldn't have dropped that ball.
No.
Like, put me out there.
Okay.
Literally, if I dropped that ball, I wouldn't be able to sleep for a month. Literally,
I
would be
talked about it with my
so
kids today at Nor'easter's, right? So it was that half second that because he tried to nonchalant it. He took it down here. And that half second you got to go from here to here makes a huge difference.
Well, and the biggest thing, so I noticed, obviously, growing up playing outfield and through high school playing outfield at a fairly high level, like going to camps that are just for playing outfield, the biggest thing they always teach you is the easiest way to lollygag a ball is to field it over your glove side shoulder. You always feel it over your throwing side shoulder, no matter what, because it's a more athletic position and you can track the ball longer. As soon as he went like this, I was like, that's a sketchy play. And sure enough, dude drops it 2 pitches later. Adam Duvall puts a hole in the top of the green monster.
Kick in the dick,
That's
dude.
baseball.
You don't see that in the majors.
I love it.
In any of the
That's
fucking errors
baseball.
they made, like, we should have won game one based off the errors the Orioles made in the ninth inning. Like, it's just that's the one thing the Orioles definitely have to fix is you can't have those. They're going to lose a lot of ball games. So they keep
their
doing
left
that.
side of the infield, like Gunnar Henderson, is still pretty raw, still young, has a cannon. He still hasn't really taken charge of that infield yet. Arias at third had a couple pretty shaky plays. Jorge Mateo threw a ball away yesterday. On that double play up the middle, he threw it away into the dugout. Just like easy plays they're not making, and especially with their team that's kind of fringe playoffs, they have a solid lineup, but I think their outfield is going to be their weak spot because, I mean, outside of
Steady.
Seti, those corner outfield spots are kind of up for grabs. I mean, Austin Hayes, actually, I'll put some respect on Austin Hayes.
Even
He had a great
Santander,
series.
you got to put some respect on Santander.
He's DHing.
Oh, is he?
He's DHing.
He hasn't
Even
been out there.
still.
Mountcastle playing first, Santander's DHing.
Yeah, Austin Hayes is pretty legit, but Ryan McKenna.
Austin Hayes made some very good defensive plays also, and also he go 5 for 5 in game 2? So, and then Adley went 5 for 5
Let's
in
make
game
sure
1,
we give
and then-
Adley his time. 6
then I
for
think
6
he
to
went-
start the fucking
but-
season.
Well, but I think he went like 0
Yeah, I
for
know.
7 after
Yeah.
that. So Houck made him look stupid
yeah.
a couple times
Yeah.
today with that slider. Enough of the Red Sox. I'm not worried about them at all. I'm very comfortable with how they went through it because there's not any surprises looking at it. We knew pitching was going to be the issue, and you knew offense wasn't going to be the issue. So like they have to fix what they already knew they had to fix. And I think guys are going to settle in and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
I really think down the stretch that you could see them winning 90, 91, 92 games, and come late August could be on a hunt for a playoff spot as long as they just keep playing like this. If you have rough games pitching, just outgun them.
Yeah.
Just go to bat, put in ABs, and then get runs.
Like I said, dude.
That's all they did the last
The
3
only thing
games.
I can-
They
Our
just-
pitching is going to be fine, dude.
Yeah.
We just need to make it through this first part of the season.
Josh Winkowski
Yeah.
He looked good. He looks
looked
good.
great. Looks
Mhm.
great. Caleb Ort, outside that one batter today, both appearances looked really good. Even Schreiber was shaky in game 1 and then today, but still, he's the type of guy who's going to go up there and pitch with just let his nuts hang out like Lance Lynn style. So, and it's kind of cool getting to see him actually be able to pitch in some middle innings, kind of give us some length because then now we have. It seems like they're going with Chris Martin as the 8th inning guy and Kenley Jansen as the 9, which I like.
Big fan.
Going back to Lance Lynn real quick, did you see him strike out fucking Pena the other night and just scream, yeah, fuck you.
I love his energy.
Shit is all time,
And,
dude.
oh my god.
He's the best. And then so I think it was the next inning he struck out a dude and literally just went, oh, like something just like literally just screamed and then just walked the dugout like nothing
Hey,
happened.
dog, whatever.
It's
You
freaking
do you.
great.
You do you.
I love it. So what other lines we have today?
Let's dissect so far. So Sam's Colorado Rockies coming out the gate, looking pretty good. 2-2,
Padres.
2-2. Yep, splitting with the Padres.
CJ Crone, and Charlie Blackmon.
Fantasy All-Star. But yeah, Rockies 2-2 right off the rip. So you love to see that if you're Sam. My Kansas City Royals got shut out the first 2 games of the season. Didn't put up a single run.
They scored 1 today.
They scored 4 today.
Oh, sorry.
But still lost.
Joe Ryan gave up 1. That's all I cared about.
Yeah, still lost. Cam's Pittsburgh Pirates only won 1 of 2 against the Reds. Not a good look. You don't love that.
Sorry, they scored 1 run today. It was Brian Reynolds' home run. He's on my fantasy team starting center.
And then Jared's Washington Nationals also 1-2 stole a game against the Braves today.
They haven't looked bad actually.
No.
They came out.
Game 1 was rough.
Rattled. Patrick
Corbin sucks.
Yeah, but the next 2 games, Keibert Ruiz has put in some really good ABs. They don't look as bad as I thought they're going to be. Same with the Reds. The Reds looks decent with Jonathan India, Jake Fraley, some guys putting in pretty good ABs, putting balls into the seats. Like I was surprised with some of the at-bats, and I was surprised by how competitive and good that series was. There's some good baseball in that Pittsburgh-Cincinnati series.
Just while we're on the Brian Reynolds train, he hit 2 balls today, 109 and 107.
Yep.
Pretty good.
And I think he only had 1 hit, right?
Yeah, Yankees losing the game to the Giants. It's nice to see. We love that.
Yep.
Did you guys see Stanton's home run?
Oof.
Yeah, it was like 480.
Yeah,
485. 117.
In New York? And it was in New York?
Yeah.
That means if he hit that ball in Colorado, that probably would have gone 530 feet.
Yeah.
And Judge went yard again?
Seager just absolutely mashed another ball to the fence with no launch angle at all.
It's not Semien, though. Or
105 line out to the wall.
Oh, he caught it?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He lined
Bailey
out.
Falter sucks, dude. That dude's
105.
terrible. Why is he?
He has some weird reverse splits against lefties, I guess.
Why is he their 3, though? They don't have anybody else?
Yeah, I don't really know. Well, who was their 1? It was
Nola?
Wheeler. Oh, Nola, Wheeler, and Ranger Suarez is hurt.
Didn't the Phillies get Taijuan Walker, too?
I think he's hurt, too.
After the WBC?
Yeah, I think, arm fatigue or something like that.
I know. There is, however, I believe only 1 undefeated team left in the MLB.
The Tampa Bay Rays.
Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah, well, they played the worst team in baseball.
No, they play the Athletics.
I don't know, dude. The Athletics.
No, I think the Athletics are better.
Yeah, the Tigers, really?
The Athletics beat the Angels.
Yeah,
in a game that Shohei Ohtani pitched.
Yeah, well,
so they got their pants absolutely pulled down the next day. But
the Angels keep.
Ohtani and Trout went back to back today.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, Ohtani Trout back to back.
The Angels keep making stupid ass history too. Did you see the thing with their game 1 on Thursday?
Yeah.
With the first team ever to have a pitcher go, was it 8 strikeouts and however long Shohei went and still lose the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 6 innings, none earned, and 10 strikeouts.
That's what it was. Yeah. 6 innings, none earned, 10 strikeouts, and still lose the game.
Kodai Senga made his major league debut today against the Marlins. Thought this dude was going to absolutely shit his pants after he loaded the bases in the first inning.
He came out rough, and then he settled in big time.
Only 1 run, 4 hits. That's all the Marlins got.
Settled in massively.
So he shoved 5 1/3, 3 hits, 1 earned, 3 walks, 8 Ks.
Wow. He threw that ghost fork or whatever to Luis Arraez, and Arraez led off the game, and it was literally like 3 feet out of the strike zone, and Arraez just reached out and just slapped it into center. No, not even close.
Do you have any idea what
Arraez?
Do you have any idea what he's hitting right now?
Arraez? He's on my fantasy team. It's got to be over 500, like 660 or something.
High.
571.
A little lower. You're close. 563.
Yeah,
with a 1.213
or something.
OPS.
Yeah, I think he has 1 extra base hit.
Yeah. Well, so he's hitting 563. Next highest batting average in their starting lineup today, 286.
Is it Cooper?
No, Gurriel.
Cooper was
on the bench today, so
He was 4 for 4 opening day, and then I think he went 0 for 5.
Big poo-poo Garbo.
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
Francisco Lindor only hitting a $154. Yeesh.
Anthony Volpe looked pretty good in his debut.
Yes, made some
Hit
history
some balls
today.
real hard. What's that?
I was just reading this. Hang on. He was the first player since like the early 1900s to steal a base in each of his first 3 games. He stole third today.
Interesting stolen base stat as well. The Baltimore Orioles stole 5 bases in each of their first 2 games for the first time since before 1900. A team has done that, and then they stole none today, I believe, which doesn't really make any sense.
Pitchers are put on notice.
I guess.
I mean, I guess. Blue Jays have looked pretty rough out of the gate against the Cardinals.
Also playing the Cardinals, probably I would debate one of the best teams in baseball.
Alek Manoah did not look good game 1. Chris Bassett, also on my fantasy team, shit the bed today massively. 3 1/3, 10 hits, 9 earned runs. Dude let up 4 home runs. I'm
That's
like,
good, right?
Are we just not even throwing the ball? Are we just taking it, running up to home plate, putting it on a tee, and saying, "Here you go"?
No, they're going back to old time baseball. Hey, tell me where you want this pitch thrown. I'll throw it.
And throwing it in at 62 miles an hour?
Yeah, underhanding it.
Apparently, like Jesus, dude, this isn't slow pitch softball. But Brendan Donovan went yard, Alec Burleson went yard, and then Nolan Gorman went yard twice.
Jesus.
So it's not even. It wasn't even the big names like the Goldschmidts and the Arenados. It was all the young guns.
Arenado did have an RBI single.
Yeah, he went 1 for 4.
Yeah, but yeah, what was it? The Mariners Guardians game on opening day went 2 hours and 3 minutes. So
and the Red Sox
certainly is. Yeah, well, so I think it was Alex Spear from the Boston Globe. He wrote an article and it talked about it yesterday on NESN, saying that they did like this whole eval kind of thing, and we're looking at how do I explain it? It was basically like
they looked at it. I saw this too.
They compared like the metrics of how long like pitching changes and stuff like that, and in between innings would have taken normally, and the Red Sox first game, I think it was like 3 hours and 12 minutes, and under the old rules would have been over 4 hours.
Yeah.
So it shows you just like that. And I'll tell you, watching all these games, everything like is super fast paced. And if you ask me so far, it seems to massively favor hitters for the most part.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But maybe it's just, I don't know. That could just be the fact, maybe that could just be consequential or inconsequential. It could just be the hitters are coming out hotter. But it seems to be there's a lot of high scoring games, but then there's also low scoring ones. Like there was 2 games in the Dodgers Diamondback series that finished 2-1.
Yeah. But the high scoring games could also be there's no shift. Like they're not. There's a lot of things going on right now. I don't know.
And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think seeing all different brands of baseball being played at the same time and people being able to watch both and realize that both of them are exciting, and it's 2 different kinds of games. You see these low scoring games, especially with the new rules. Like you're going to see a 2-hour game, 2 hour, 10 minutes, or you can just see the shootouts like every game was with the Orioles and the Red Sox. You're going to see a 3-hour game, but it's nonstop, just onslaught of
There's
offense.
stuff happening, whereas in the past it was a 3-hour game.
Yeah.
The pitcher was taking 3 minutes to throw a fucking ball. It's like, no, that's not what we want.
While we're on the subject of that real quick, did you see Acuna the other day when the pitcher picked off twice and Acuna looked over to his dugout and he goes, "That's 2. Right?" And they're all like, "Yeah." And he's like a kid on Christmas. He's like, because he knows he can run.
Yeah.
And then he ended up stealing the base.
Yoshida did that today too.
It's over. He
got picked off twice. So he faked to steal the first pitch. Then I don't remember who was pitching for the Orioles at the time, but he picks over twice, and you can just see Yoshida. All of his weight is on his right leg, just completely ready. And he swiped the bag, and it was not even fucking close. So I'd love to see if you could look at the first series from last year and look at this first series this year and see the total stolen bases. It's got to be like just absolutely miles and miles of separation.
I feel like there was none last year in the first series.
You never see anybody.
It was like in spring training. They did that comparison of spring training this year to 2021. There was 300 more stolen bases this spring training than 2021.
Yeah, that's
just
insane.
crazy.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it because it's bringing a lot of strategy back into the games. You saw fucking Christian Arroyo put down a magnificent sacrifice bunt with there was what was the situation? It was like no out, first and second. He lays down a sack bunt, and then he lays down a sack bunt, and then they got second and third, and they bring in Cassis, and he gets a base knock, and that brings a run in. It's just like you never saw that shit before. You got guys stealing bases. You're gonna have pitch outs.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have guys bunting. Like it's awesome. It's been so fun to watch.
All of this in a 2 hour and 30-minute game instead of 3 to 4 hours too. So
Dude,
it's
and
awesome.
14 runs. The Red Sox had like 14 hits, and that game only took 2.5 hours. Like
we'll take it.
It's working. Yeah. It's fucking working, and it's not diminishing the quality of the game either. That's why I'm completely okay with it.
Absolutely.
What else we got?
What was I gonna say? Now I can't remember. Oh, I was just looking at a box score, kind of unrelated, just kind of flinging something out there. You know who totally fell off a cliff, whose name you never hear anymore? Whit Merrifield.
Yeah, he's playing for Toronto.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't even know that. Wow.
Yeah,
but he's just like steady decline, shit in the bed.
Another one I didn't know about. JBJ started for the Royals today.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even know.
That's my team. How do I not know this?
You're slacking.
I know. I gotta look at the box score here. Hold on.
Red Sox
he
AL
batted 8th and hit right field. Played right field.
2018 AL Championship MVP. Jackie Riley Jr. for the Red Sox.
Yeah, they were talking about it. They were saying they were like, it would have been cool. I guess him and Whit Merrifield were teammates in college.
Yeah.
So they were talking about how it would have been cool if they got to play together. But what else we got? So
MJ Melendez 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. You'll love to see that. Bobby Witt 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Holy shit. I'm in for a rough year, dude.
For fantasy?
No, for being Royals? A Royals fan.
The Rockies did the same exact thing last year. They were over 500 in April, and they just went and just
they played them tough,
fell off
like a 3-1 game. That's nothing to really sneeze at.
Padres had 4 hits.
Yeah, but so did the Rockies.
You know what one of them was?
To hold that Padres lineup to 4 hits.
Xander Bogaerts' home run stat.
Yeah.
He has 2 homers.
Xander Bogaerts went yard again?
Yeah, he has 2.
The one he hit last night was a nuke.
This one was 2. It hit probably 3 stories up on that the
and left.
The hotel in left field.
Jeez.
Sad.
Yeah, CJ Cron is just lights out lately. He should have had a home run today too. He hit a ball 386 feet.
Speaking of a dude who seems to be finding his own with a new team, Joey Gallo.
Yeah,
2 dongs today.
Yeah, he did.
Looks
have
good. I think he went 3 for 4 with 2 home runs.
As a Twins fan, quite upsetting. Or as a Royals fan, sorry, quite upsetting.
No, but he looked very good.
He was one of the guys 431 feet. Miserable in New York when he was there.
And LA.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sucked in both. I think Minnesota, just like Texas, is a perfect.
Those high pressure environments.
He just likes to play in these mid market teams and just beat the piss out of baseballs.
I just want to hit home runs.
I think
home.
the Twins could, if they get a big year from Joe Ryan and Sonny Gray and guys like that, they could win that division easy. Because the White Sox and the Guardians aren't untouchable.
No. Yeah.
It's not like we're like for the AL West, for example, it's really hard to make a case that the Astros aren't going to win that division.
Seattle.
I think Seattle's going to be the number 1 wild card team.
Seattle's
and I think it won't be close.
The first couple games against Cleveland.
Yeah, they'll settle in though. Julio hasn't though. Julio's looked pretty good. He went yard today.
Yeah, it was a wall scraper.
Yeah, it was Oppo. Oppo in Seattle. That's at ocean level.
Where is this box score for the Seattle game? I want to check this one out too.
Martin Perez shoving a little bit.
Yeah. Cal Raleigh, absolutely shit in the bed for the Mariners. Teoscar Hernandez hit a ball 112 and 108 today.
Teo.
So he's been torching the ball pretty good. That's tough, dude. He's only hitting 071, but absolutely tearing the cover off the ball.
Just
who was it that had a Who had a 6-inning start yesterday that went no hit?
That was today, wasn't it? The dude for the Springs for Tampa Bay.
Oh yeah, for the
dude went 6 innings and had 12 Ks.
Jesus.
And you know who his next start is against?
The Red Sox.
The Boston Red Sox.
Not surprised.
We'll shove.
You know who's not going to be in the lineup that day? Reese McGuire. Let's see. Yeah, the Mariners lineup outside of Julio and Ty France.
Teo's
hitting 071.
Yeah, that's the type of guy he's going to come around.
We talked about it loud out.
Pollock doesn't even have a hit yet.
I think he made his debut today. I don't think he played before today.
Really?
Yeah.
You know who's been disappointed in all his time in the bigs so far?
Who's that?
There's two.
Jared Kelnick.
He had a big spring training though. Big spring training this year.
Nobody cares.
Well, that's one. If you got to make a case for the Astros, for the Mariners beating the Astros, I think there's three guys that have to just come out and shove and just kind of elevate, make that next step. And I think Kelenic is one, Logan Gilbert, and George Kirby. I think those three guys, if they make that step, they can elevate the Mariners to a place where they could. It's gonna. They're so good, and they're in a division where them the Astros are so far separated. That division is going to be. I think down the stretch that division will be decided by head-to-head games between the Mariners and the Astros, because the Mariners and Astros are going to take series from all three other teams in the division, but those series will be big down the stretch. So
yeah, it's nice to see the Astros 2-2. Fuck the Astros.
White Sox looks decent.
Yeah, gonna need their lineup to kind of come along a little bit more too, but
yeah, Eloy Jimenez, I'm about to drop him in fantasy.
Dude's hitting $176 with 3 Ks at 3 Ks today. Yohan Moncada hitting 444. Tim's hitting 389.
Yep.
You know who's hitting 3 for the White Sox?
Benny?
Yeah.
Is it Benny, really?
Biceps.
Not sure why.
Well,
I hit 2 today, I think.
I hit 3.
Or yesterday he hit 2.
Tim
I think
1, Robert 2, Benny 3.
I wonder if they switched to face a righty, because I think yesterday they had swapped. It was Robert 3, and then Eloy has been hitting 4.
Don't know. It ain't a good look though.
He should be hitting 1. Tim should be hitting 2.
You know
3.
who doesn't have a knock yet for the Astros? Alex Bregman.
Good.
Ofer.
I think Kyle Tucker has 2 dongs already, doesn't he?
He's hitting 286 with 1 dong.
Yeah.
4 ribs.
What else was I going to say? Mookie Betts today for the Dodgers. Freaking played the whole game at second base. Then they get in the late game with 1-1, stick him in right, and he hosts Ketel. Yeah. Ketel's calling for the
didn't even touch the plate.
Didn't even touch the plate.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't touch the plate. He overslid and tried to reach back and missed it by this much.
He could have been saying that, but he wanted him to look at. They looked at it for blocking,
for interference, but he wasn't. No. Will Smith's foot was on the front corner of the plate.
Mookie just
played it perfect.
The double play they turned on Corbin Carroll.
Yep,
one of the fastest dudes in the game, and Mookie. It's appalling how smooth Mookie looks playing second base.
It's upsetting, having grown up playing baseball and understanding how hard it is to settle into a position and look that smooth doing it.
And he does it
just seeing
positions.
how he can literally just play anywhere and just look so natural.
I'm just not going to talk about how the Phillies tied the game.
No, I knew that they tied it. I don't. Why I didn't say anything.
Who got the ribby? Nobody.
That's hard.
It's probably unearned.
What the hell?
Fastball, maybe?
I don't know. I'm trying.
I saw they scored. I didn't see how they scored.
I got it. Hold on.
Want to maybe? So that's kind of our takes on opening day. Just kind of a little gut check. We're going to be going to Red Sox Pirates tomorrow. Cutter Crawford.
Oh, Jazz. Jose Oviedo.
We just missed Red Sox legend Rich Hill. He pitched today.
Dick Mountain.
Yesterday.
That would have been epic.
Nah, he was yesterday.
Was he? Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. Josh Harrison grounded into a double play.
Jay Hay.
But Castellanos scored.
Yeah.
Whatever gets the job
Josh
done.
Young just fouled the ball off right in JT Realmuto's nutsack.
Yeah, I'm pretty jazzed for tomorrow.
I'm excited.
Yep.
It's gonna be.
We're gonna put some money down on underdog, maybe.
Why would we do that?
Get a little crazy. I got 50 bills in my account that I can't cash out.
Oh,
So
all right. I'll add a little bit to the sports book.
Yeah, we'll cook something up.
Cook a little bit.
yeah, my FanDuel's not working. I got to get DraftKings going on.
Yeah, I just got accepted for DraftKings, so.
Well, if you want to sign up for DraftKings, let me know, and I'll send you a code so we can both get some money.
I actually, I gotta use that code still. I have a code that I gotta use. Bet 5, win 200.
Not us being degenerates.
Nope.
You got any trivias there, Cam? Hit us with something.
I do. Which team has the most I don't like that
Most
question.
World Series. Kansas City Royals.
Which team has the most of the 10 longest home runs since 2015?
Yankees.
Gotta be Yankees.
Rangers, Yankees, or Braves? Yeah,
Yankees.
Has to be.
Just because of Giancarlo Stanton.
Name the last pitcher to win 20 games or more at least 5 times in a decade.
5 times in a decade.
Tom Seaver, Steve Carlton, Jim Palmer, Ferguson Jenkins, Bob Gibson, or Catfish Hunter.
I'm going to say Steve Carlton.
Okay.
I'm going to go Catfish Hunter.
Jim Palmer.
Ah,
He won
Jimbo.
20 or more games in 8 times in the 70s. Wow.
That's insane. Steve Carlton had to be up there too, because he was dominant for the Phillies in like the 70s and 80s.
Wow. This dude went from 70 to 73, 20, 20, 21, 22, then 75 to 78, 23, 22, 20, and 21. Jesus.
It's decent.
Decent, mate. Decent.
Yeah, this week there weren't very many good ones. What's today?
I think we're also gonna do a video on that higher lower, right?
Yeah.
Higher, lower?
Yeah, remember the higher lower thing I sent for home runs?
Oh, yeah.
Players, yeah, we'll do a little video on that. Keep an eye out for that. But yeah, we have the Sox tomorrow. We'll probably be posting some stuff on our Twitter. We'll obviously be posting sometime, probably later this week. We'll post our vlog. I gotta imagine probably in a couple weeks. Are we gonna move to 2 a week?
Yeah. Do one.
Might
do
as
one
well,
pod.
right?
Do one stream.
Yeah, something like that.
Did we do
Pushing out more content.
Did we do predictions somewhere for where we thought teams were going to finish?
Didn't we do that in like the first episode?
Yeah,
I know,
we did
but
that a long
I don't
time
remember
ago.
if we put it down somewhere, and I
Well, maybe not. I have to rewatch it.
can't find it.
We'll find that out.
Yeah.
Making me sad.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah. Well,
I think I have the notes for it in my phone still.
I probably do too.
Yeah, I have them written down somewhere probably.
But yeah, we're gonna have some fun tomorrow. We're gonna get crazy, wet, and wild.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I got all mine written down right here.
I got my standings.
I'm kind of a piece of shit.
What'd you do?
Why?
I had the Red Sox finishing in last place.
Oh, you are a piece of shit.
Let's see if I have them. Yeah, I did too. It's okay.
Very cool. Just making sure.
I don't have my award winners, but we could redo those.
I did not. I had the Red Sox in second.
I mean, award winners. I'm not off to a good start. Alek Manoah and Sandy Alcantara. You. Oh God. That's
Sandy, I think, is still probably I think that's still a good show.
Yeah. But dude, that's crazy how long ago this was.
Yeah.
5 months ago or so.
Let's go back and look. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Been some time.
But yeah, I think that kind of wraps us. Just a little quickie today. We'll see the vlog coming in later this week. Maybe we'll do a little watch party stream for a game later this week or something.
Yeah.
You could probably even just Chris, you have the whole OBS or Streamlabs set up. We could probably just log into Bush League Boys and just do a little simple team.
Yeah.
And you know,
That thing, man. Yeah.
Big thing.
yeah.
Yep.
All right, you guys got anything?
Nope. I'm good. Go Red Sox.
Go
Yep.
Pirates.
Go Red Sox. You can't say that for the next 3 days.
Okay.
You are a Red Sox fan and a Red Sox fan only for the next 3 days.
Yeah, indeed. That means when the Royals come to town, we have to go to a game, and then when the Rockies come to town, we have to go
He's
to a
coming
game.
to town?
Yes, because they play in Colorado next year. I think they come to town in July.
You know what's sad is the Padres don't come to town this year.
Yeah, they play in
Yeah.
San
You
Diego.
want to go to that game? Quick flight?
We're going to San Diego.
I'll swing it. If you guys want to go, I'm down.
San Diego.
I'll work from there. I don't
We
care.
can see Don Orsillo.
Yep. Oh, boy.
All right.
All right. We'll catch y'all later on the flip-flop.
Flop, flop. Later.